Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ed Boys, and today I have another full solo normal mode Tombs of Amascut run for you. We're going to be working with a 50 mil budget for this gear setup today. The goal of these videos, as always, is to give you more examples of all of the fights in action. I have some actual Raids 3 guides that will be linked in the description, but those guides have a lot more chopped up and slowed down footage to actually explain the mechanics. If you'd rather just watch a full raid through for some examples, then this is going to be the video for you. Alright, let's first check out the gear setup here, kind of compare it to the 10 mil budget setup. If you didn't watch my 10 mil budget video, that's alright. You don't need to see that gear setup to understand what's going on here. First of all, we have the Zami Hasta. I was rocking an Abby Dagger last time. Zami Hasta is going to be a little bit of an upgrade, though Abby Dagger really did some work last time. For weapon life, I still have Trident of the Seas on Magic. We could go Trident of the Swamp. That'll bring us a little over 50 mil at this point, and the Swamp is not that much better than Trident of the Seas, so we'll keep rocking this one. Still got a Dragon Crossbow for the range weapon and some regular Ruby Bolts, but we also picked up a Toxic Blowpipe. There's only a couple places in the raid where this is really necessary over the crossbow, but it's super helpful when you have it on Baboon Room and Aka's Shadows. Let's go back over here. The Fury and the Brimstone Ring are two of my more expensive items here, and then for the most part, these are just regular melee items. Helm of Nate is not. The Fire Max Cape, still rocking a torso. You don't really need to bother with Obsidian Legs or Bandos Tacits even. Those are way overpriced, to be fair. You can just bring whatever your ranged legs are. I won't have any sort of melee leg switch here. Still rocking Dragon Boots, Barrow's Gloves. For the mage switches, we just have Mystic and an Occult. We could go Arams. That'll bring a little over 50 mil. Plus, it's degradable, so it's a little more expensive to use Arams. So we're just going to rock Mystic for now. Still have an Ancient D'Hide Body for the switch here. An Ava's Assembler. And I'm squeezing in a Necklace of Anguish. This is one of our most expensive items that we're adding on here. If anything, you could switch this out for a Bandos Godsword. You know that you notice that I'm not bringing one here. But, I have been using the Bandos Godsword spec less and less on my recent raids, and that's been at raids from 200 to 250 for the most part. We're about to run a 150 raid where the defense is already lower than that, so I really don't think it's necessary to bring that BGS right now. And I like this Necklace of Anguish for a little bit more range DPS, but also if we weren't bringing this necklace, then I'm only rocking the Occult, and then this is both my melee and my range necklace, and you'll often see me mess up switches because of that. It's kind of convenient to switch items when you have one for each attack style rather than an item that shares attack styles. Though we still have that for the pants here and whatnot. We still have to deal with that. I'm running a Dragon Dagger for my one spec weapon, and then we do have a regular Karis Partisan. I do have some jewels we could put in it, but I'm going to save that for the higher tier gear. I guess technically your KC doesn't actually correlate to what gear you're running, and your Karis Partisan correlates to your KC. So just because you have a certain budget doesn't mean you do or don't have the jewel yet, but we're going to go with no jewel because it's more than likely that you don't have a jewel, or if you do, put the blue one in here. The blue jewel is ridiculous. Let's go ahead and check out invocations. I'm rocking 150 for this raid. Make a party first. Check this out. We're going to be doing softcore run. This is a nice safety net. We should be able to do this deathless here, but if you aren't looking to lose any money and you're still learning, just run softcore runs. You get 3 lives, basically, and you could just always leave after 2, and you never have to spend that money. We are going to do walk for it, the 40-minute timer. If we were to fail the 40-minute timer, you still get a normal mode KC if you went in at 150. Rather, it's just going to roll at 130, because it's plus or minus 10 is what this does. So you don't want to lose the 40 minutes still, and we really shouldn't have a problem with that. It's definitely worth putting that 40-minute timer on there. We have nothing else for non-boss specific stuff here. No path things, none of the food stuff, no quiet prayers. We go down to Kefri. We only have Lively Larva and Blowing Mud. These are both very easy to deal with, pretty much negligible in a solo. You can just protect from range against these things that spawn, and the dung, you still just have to walk out of the way of it. It's really easy. Z-Back, we have all but Upset Stomach. Upset Stomach's a little bit annoying, and it's not a bad one to run, but you really don't have to run it at 150. All the Blood Spell ones are pretty easy to deal with, so they're definitely worth turning them on. For Akka, the only one I have going is Feeling Special. This is not the best one to start with, necessarily. Once you use Feeling Special, the memory attack is going to be almost impossible to do with Feeling Special off. That's definitely exaggerating, but when you slow that memory attack back down, it can be really tough. When we get to Akka, I will show you what I mean by the sped up memory attack. If you don't like this Feeling Special for 15 points, there's definitely others that I not only said that I don't mind Upset Stomach, even though this is not a fan favorite. I use more Overlords very often. And then down here with the Monkey that we're about to get to, I use both Mind the Gap and Boulder Dash more often, so you could turn these ones on if you're feeling it too. At the moment, we're going to have them off. Mind the Gap, I feel like it's a freebie. I hate using the word free for invocations because technically, none of them are free, but Mind the Gap's really not that bad as long as you're paying attention to Baba's health, but we're going to have that off, and Boulder Dash is off so that it's going to make it easier to skip the Boulder phase by running up and hitting him with a melee hit. And for the final boss, we have everything but Overclock 2 and Insanity. These first three, they're going to make phases 1 and 2 a little more difficult. We're going to take more damage from them, but we still should be fine. Whereas Overclocked, this is going to make phase 3, this is going to make the Warden attack a little faster, so technically it should make phase 3 a little bit more difficult, but really, this is going to make the Warden in phase 3 attack at the same pace as this Dragon Crossbow, so it's actually going to be super convenient to use Overclocked with this weapon, so I'll definitely take that. That's it for invocations. If you have any questions about invocations or the gear setup, let me know. But let's go ahead and knock out the raid. We're gonna do either Kefri or Zebak first. I'll go with Kefri here. I usually would pre-sip a Divine Ranging Potion and go for Zebak first, but since we didn't do the pre-sip, it really doesn't matter too much this first two. I just want the salts for the other two though. We got a memory puzzle and it looks like math on the other side. Memory puzzle's not an easy one to like talk your way through. The more I talk, the more I'll be distracted of it. Hold on. Actually kind of an easy one. You'll notice that I paused on this square here. If I had just run from this top square all the way down to this one, I would have stepped on the middle square. But since I first did this and then ran down there, I was able to just do this right after and really not have much of a pause. Oh, except I made that second click too soon. I would have just messed it up if I did it like that the second time. Be careful. Click once per tick, not twice per tick. All right, Math Life. This one, I don't know how traditional I do it. A lot of people have some of the straight lines memorized, but like 30. I know that this is 20, and like there's another 10 right here. So we already know that this is 30. If I needed like 27, 28, you can walk around from here for 20 plus. If I needed 30 plus, I just step on these and then walk around from there. But 30 is a pretty easy one. And we're going for this puzzle. This one's just a lot of repeating me repeating, saying like wiggle and boot. Boot, diamond, fork, prayer, wiggle. More like knife rather than fork. Fork, wiggle. Boot, diamond, prayer. Boot, diamond, prayer. We'll be good to go. And we know that these last two are prayer. Right? No, you idiots. We'll be good to go. Run it back, boys. It's all right. I think we'll survive that 40-minute timer. I'm gonna need a few minutes to get over it mentally, but I think we'll be okay. Minute and a half. Let's get out of here. I am going to be using the Karis Partisan in here instead of the Zami Hasta. Karis Partisan is kind of wild. If you have the blue gem, it's really wild in here too. Let's go ahead and sip the super combat, turn on piety, and head in. There's a few ways to look at like how to dodge Kefri's fireballs. If you're just watching when they hit the ground, it is very easy to just step out of the way right before they hit you. But also the pattern that I was showing off before on my previous videos. Hold on, let me get this attack and then go save myself from the dung. If you go in a little X pattern and you just click every other tick, as long as you're using a 4-tick weapon, you'll always attack every 4 ticks, and you'll never get hit by the fireball, like no matter what. You don't even have to be looking at the fireball when you do it this way. It doesn't matter the timing. You don't have to start at a specific time on the fireball. Just 100% of the time, you'll get your attacks off at full speed, and you won't get hit by it. But if you don't feel like doing that, you can just like watch the fireballs. She's not going to send one for a little bit. You can just watch the fireballs and step side to side when you need to. It's up to you. Oh, we're going to be stepping back on this one because I don't want to get blown up by that egg. Oop. I don't have more overlords even though I'm used to running it, so we're only going to have a spitting scarab coming in hot. For that reason, I also want to drop a Ceradomin Brew. Oh, we're getting dunged. Come over here. Oh, no, never mind. Cancel. Drop the brew, put on my blue pipe, and an assembler. I did not want to attack the spitting one yet. I want to see how many scarab swarms I can get here. I usually run more overlords, and I don't get a chance to get a lot of scarab swarms. I feel like I'm not seeing half of them. Even though I got them marked, I feel like I don't see them. Blind, dude. I'm gonna get hit by that bonsai idiot. We'll be fine on health. Worst case scenario, you can also use mage spells on the agile scarabs. Yeah, so I really didn't stop him from overhealing that well. I haven't had a ton of practice on solo agile swarms. I think having her up to like 80% shield is probably the best I've done with solo swarms. I call them agile swarms there. Anyways, it was worth trying that out, but for the next shield drop, we're going to want to focus on the arcane, and we're going to have the soldier scarab soldier, whatever. It's going to be kind of annoying, so pretty much just going to ignore the swarms. Honestly, at a 150 rage, she's got such low health. Even when she charges up the full way, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna go ahead and put on Preserve and sip this Super Combat. I could poke this egg. Really not going to need to. We need to focus on Arcane is what we're going to need to do. Nice. That 44 was helpful. It's going to send him away immediately. Hustle Bus. I could put on Protect from melee right now. My biggest danger is the Soldier Scarab, who technically can't hit me. So right now I should Protect from range so he can get back up to me. And now Protect melee. The Agiles do a little bit of damage, but this guy can hit pretty hard. So, ooh, nice 50. Once we get that going, we turn on Protect from range again. I'm really home free here. I could quickly try to get that blowpipe on and have stopped some of that overcharging, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and sip Restore. Start poking again. Could have poked a little earlier too. It's alright, it's alright. We got one more shield phase and then a health bar that's going to be like 150 health. So we're pretty much home free. Can't take any damage from the Agile Scarabs as long as we're protecting from range. We won't take any damage from the fireballs as long as we don't mess it up. We do have the dung, but like even if I let that hit me, it's like an 8. It's really not that bad to take an 8. Come on, dude. One hit range. Sneak over here. Nah, we didn't get the dung yet. Being pushed from right there is fine anyway, I guess. 130 health to go. In fact, 88. We're already cruising on it. So I got 10 prayer points. Counting down fast. Wow, the vicious blow for a 12. That sucked. Even if I run out of prayer points, I'm going to let that happen. My argument for taking the sip would be to keep Piety on more than the Protect from range. Wow, and then we really don't even get to test it there. The Agile Scarabs don't hit that hard, so you can survive for a little while. I was at like 60 health there. I definitely could have had my Protect from range off for a little bit and been okay. But having Piety off kind of blows too, so the one Restore sip may have been worth it. We didn't have to take it, but I probably would have been okay taking the one Restore sip. I think we'll have extra supplies at the end of this. It's a lot of potions to bring in. All right, grabbing a water container quick. Try not to mess this up. This usually should be one of the more consistent, like, sub 1 minute puzzle rooms, but somehow I always pull off, like, last second damage from some stupid mistake. All right, Paul's right here. Keep my eye out back here. We're safe on this row. Easty. Wait for a crocodile to appear. Also, wait for that crocodile to walk a little bit. You're not going to be able to freeze it until it starts moving. There it goes. And since it's frozen, we're just going to hustle. And I know I can make this run here. And if I hustle, I can go right after these, start going back in. We might be able to just be good. I think we're good. That croc is hustling. I mean, he's hardly hustling. That was the wrong way to put it. Not bad. 50 seconds. Let's go ahead and put on some range gear. And I can sip the ranging potion. So for this room, I do have my quick prayers set up to protect from range and rigor. Oh, wait a second. I should use Piety. This is not Piety. Eagle Eye. Dexterous Prayer Scroll was not necessarily in the 50 mil budget. So we're going to try to stick with Eagle Eye. Hold on. Did I switch that right? Yeah. So I could sit here and double click my prayers whenever he's using... Oh, I'm not even attacking him. What an idiot. Whenever he's using range attacks, I can just double click my quick prayers. That's one tick flicking my prayers. Is what it does is save a lot of prayer points. If you turn off your prayer and turn it back on in the same tick, it still counts as using the prayer and it doesn't use prayer points. Pretty nice. Very click intensive and annoying and also not necessary. So I'm going to stop doing it now to show that you don't have to sit here and one tick your prayers. I think that it'd be more annoying to people who don't one tick flick their prayers. Nice hundo. To see me doing it and being like, oh man, so you're saying to do this in the 50 mil budget gear, I gotta flick my prayers? No, not at all, actually. Another hundo is beautiful. I'm gonna push and then shoot now. Oh, it was gonna hit that rock. I didn't measure that right. I could have just pushed. I never had to fire at it. Oh well, oh well. I think I'll be okay. Honestly, Dragon Crossbow doing work. The couple hundos are very satisfying. You got waves coming in hot? Not quite. There's a good chance that I turn on Rigor instead of Eagle Eye at least once later on in the raid. If I do, I apologize. But it is a very valuable investment to make if you don't have it yet. The Dexterous Prayer Scroll. Oh, I forgot about being dragged in because of the distance on my weapon. Ooh. Would have been fine. Oh, I'm surprised I got that one. The reason that it looked like I was behind is because I just did so many like squares in a row that there was definitely some animation lag there. But that one, that looked pretty egregious, so I'm not going to lie to you. I do think I have to fire at this one, so I'm going to immediately attack it. Let me get back over there. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I forgot. Oh, that's right. I can't attack. One square in, I'd be okay. This square, we're good. This square, oh, 2 squares in, rather, and I'd be okay. This square is for, like, the Arma crossbow and the Zarite crossbow, and then back here is Bofa and T-bow. Alright, to be a little more careful on health, what I would do here is switch to BP and try to get a couple of those specs, see what happens. Wow, that was kind of nice. That was actually a feels good man for healing life. And we really should be home free at this point. He has blood spells, so he can hit me through prayer still. Like right there, he just did a 6. He only got 80 health to do on him. My ruby bolts could do some damage. Wouldn't hurt to have a diamond bolt switch. Also having a ranged shield doesn't hurt if you're bringing a crossbow. But the top range shields are fairly expensive, and we're already rocking right at the 50 mil budget. So I just made the decision for no ranged shield. No way we get blood spawns last second. And then I saw the XP drop, so I thought I had KO'd him. Nope. There it is. GG's. Alright, let's get on out of here. Still sub 10 minutes between those two. Between Kefri and Zebak. Let's put on some stuff so that I have space to take. I definitely want the 2 salts. This is kind of a nice chaos bundle. Life bundle looks normal, but I want 2 salts, so this is like a very easy decision. So I put the range gear on. Let's see. I'm wearing range gear, not including the toxic blowpipe yet. I'm going to go ahead and drop my stuff out here instead of running in and just starting it right away so we can talk about what I'm doing here. I put on my range gear. And then just switch like amulet and weapon. Go ahead and grab potions and hammers. Am I wearing? Yeah, range life. So it's gonna start at magic. I can go ahead and put this on. But I just switch. I really just go with a 2-way switch. You could throw a glove switch in there too if you're rocking solid gloves. But do not go repair those pillars. I don't know what I'm doing. Just the 2-way switch has really been fine for honestly up to like 250, 280 difficulty. I haven't thrown down an expert mode attempt yet, boys. Weak. But the 2-way switch has been fine. You don't have to go too hard. So at 150s with the defense these have, 2 definitely gets the job done. Alright, next round is 2 melee monkeys and a shaman. I'm gonna take out those brawlers. Blow pipe the shaman ASAP. That's gonna spawn another set of monkeys. Gonna be 2 rangers and a volatile coming hot. I'm gonna put on protect from range, my melee gear. Go poke those rangers. You can just ignore the volatile. Once it gets to you, you just step away. It'll blow up. You don't have to ever like attack it. It's a waste of time. Should be majors coming out. Yeah, and the cursed. I think we're going back to rangers now. It kind of messes with the rotation. Yeah. Take a step aside from that and get a mage hit on this cursed. Mage hits tend to KO the cursed monkeys pretty well. You know, now that I'm saying something, it probably won't, but I've mostly blowpiped the cursed monkeys, and each time that I've instead used one mage hit, it always like one hit the monkey and made me be like, all right, maybe I shouldn't blowpipe. But blowpipe's still solid to get through the cursed monkey. That cursed monkey trying to spread. Let's go for those pillars. We got a volatile over there. I'm gonna protect melee because I have thralls on me. I'm gonna go take out the shaman. Step away from this volatile. Actually, we have... Oh, I get hit by that? Dude, get out of here. And I got venomed. What an idiot. That's why we had the Sanfu. It's okay. Took out that major because it was doing damage. I am going to get 1 spec on the shaman over there. I see a volatile. I'll switch to mage gear and blood spell this brawler as I step away from the volatile. Gonna blood spell the other brawler on my way to the vent and then clean the vent. Blood spell this brawler. Go to range. I don't know exactly what's coming out. Well, we got this guy. That was kind of a pain. We got him now. I got a ranger coming in hot. I'm tanking it, so I want to KO it ASAP. And we're going to do a mage hit on this cursed baboon. It did KO it. Fix this and blood spell. Should get final wave here. We go ahead and step over here to get this volatile unstuck. There's 3 volatiles to deal with. Yeah, final wave usually has 2 or 3, to be fair. Found that to be fairly consistent. So we're only going to have the cursed monkey to deal with right after this. Over there. Yeah, let's go ahead and fix the pillars quick. So if I mess this up, I don't take like a 40 from debris. It should be KO'd, and that should be KO'd. Wow, it's kind of nice. 316 monkey room. Let's take my supplies that I dropped on the ground and fight the big monkey. I do have salts. I will salt up in there. Let's see. I want to use... I think just my crossbow might even be enough to hit a 25. You automatically max hit on the cracked boulder, so you could do like as few range switches as possible. I'm going to waste this Sanfu Serum Sip and grab this salt. Crush it. I'll be able to do this because of no shield. Yeah, let's just go in there. Oops. The only spec weapon that I'm running with me right now is... Yeah, are we stabbing? We are not stabbing, by the way. Stab. Use stab, fellas. How many of these are stab? Just the one. Oh, I guess defensive. Don't use defensive stab, fellas. Anyways, forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I only have the 1 spec weapon right now, so I could throw down some DDS specs. You might as well take advantage of having special attack energy, but you got some zeros out of it anyway. You know what? I take all that back. DDS spec on Baba's not that big of a deal. The BGS, Thanos Godsword spec on Baba is kind of nice if you're bringing it. This is the one of the places that I still land that BGS spec early. I went right to that banana peel, almost slipped on it. We're getting kicked to the back of the room. Let's see if 2 switches will be fine. Hey, didn't even attack it. It would have been fine. Should make this skip, no problem. We're good to go. And the less switches you do to your range gear, the easier it is to get set up for the fight again. Let's see if DDS is going to do anything. I think DDS is not going to penetrate too well. Ooh, 34-21. 41-0. You tell me I could have 41-41? Dude, DDS is crazy. Alright, I'm not going to attack him because he could cancel this attack and kick me once I get him down to 1/3 health. We are not running Mind the Gap, so I guess actually that doesn't matter. I kind of forgot. It's a good habit to be in, to be safe from Mind the Gap. Like this. So also we're right at the wall, so the kick didn't last very long. Oh, and then I misclicked that. Might be able to skip. Might be able to skip. Oh my god, I thought it was going to be late. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be late. Whoo! Alright, and we are home free at this point. Oh, it's back up, back up. You'll notice that between like every attack I'm kind of backing up from him. It really makes it easy to preemptively dodge the ground quake. Having your feet moving a little bit. And like you can move between attacks without slowing yourself down. And you get a couple of ticks where your weapon can't attack anyway. Even with a blowpipe, you can walk once between every attack. So you can still move. Oh, we are out of here. That was a nice baba. Oh, I keep forgetting. I had just recently switched it to where I don't have to right click on Osmumpton to get out of there. So I keep messing that up. I mean, like, too many supplies right now. I knew I was bringing in, like, spare potions, but kind of in my way almost. We're going to have to drop some. Let's get in here. Drop, drop, drop. Probably could drop 2. Probably could drop 1. Shut up. You know what, guys? I don't need you guys making fun of me, okay? Gonna break this barrier and spin this one. I do have this on shift click. Shout out Colby for telling me about shift click on rotating the mirror. Very convenient over right clicking on it. Go and set this up. That's not quite right. There we go. And one more mirror over here. So we're gonna place a mirror here, bounce it around. What I want to do is step to the other side of the statue. Place it here. Make sure it's facing the right way, which it is. English. I'm going to put on preserve so I have plenty of time on my next buff change. Back to the next light. Go ahead and push. Use a special attack here so that I'm 102 mining. And then right as it goes to weakened. In parentheses there, it said protected, now it says weakened. That's when I clicked, was right as it said weakened instead. And the reason I put on preserve there was I was getting kind of close to the next buff change, and I didn't want to wait it out. And if you do drop to 101 mining, like right as you start, sometimes you'll have to do the 2 downer, and that's a downer is what that is. Let's go ahead and pick up these Bruce, mage gear on. This might be a slow Akka fight, but honestly 150 Akka, 150 invocation I should say. This Akka won't have a ton of health necessarily, so we should be alright. Salted at the moment. I will take this one other salt out. Probably could have... It took me till right now to realize I didn't salt in the baboon room before. Baba on this run. Oh well. Sucks to suck. Let's hit that mage life. I'm always hoping for a max hit, of course. Who isn't? But I'm interested in what my max hit right now is. 38. Was nice. I was gonna say, I think it should be 40 plus, but then, you know, those back-to-back 38s, though, I ain't even complaining. And 38 magic XP drop, bro. Hustling. I do want a blowpipe here, but we can't because of full inventory, so I'm dropping brew real quick. I just shift dropped it. Blowpipe in the shadows is kind of broken. Gets through them pretty well, as it hits a lot of zeros. See? Told you. 0 life. You know, often it's pretty broken. If I had said nothing, it probably would have been crazy there, but here we are. Alright, mage gear on for like one more hit. He just switches overhead, so we'll be using melee now, but he's going memory attack. It starts at white, red, black, red. So see how it attacks every other tick here? That's because of the feeling special invocation that I have on. That's kind of a pain. Like, your first couple times you do this, you don't really want it to go that fast, of course. But it's really not that hard to get down after a few tries. So it almost becomes one of those quote-unquote free invocations. And then when you try to go back to the slow version of that memory, you're going to run early every time. It's like very difficult to readjust. It's funny. Alright, he wants us to range, and he's going to be using magic. I could crossbow him, rather, would be the call. So he's a little under 500 health. We can't hit a hundo anymore with the crossbow, but we still could go hard. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Akka, you can't go past the 20% thresholds that start the shadow. So if you were 5 health away from sending him into that shadow phase, one sec. Red, black, red, and white. If you were 5 damage away from sending him in the shadow phase, and you did a 50, I'm pretty sure it only hits a 5. I don't think you can do any extra. So it's probably fairly worthless to use Ruby Bolts on Akka until he's very high health in general. So I'm gonna stick with my blowpipe next time we get to range him. He'll be switching attack styles in a couple of hits. Oh, that's it already. No, go back, go back. Trying to get myself screwed. Protect range. Want to poke him. I'm gonna heal up right now. If you sip a brew, I repeat this a lot, so if you already know this, sorry, but it's good information to have. On either salts or overloads, things that are like reapplying stat boosts every 15 seconds, if you sip a Ceridome and brew right at one of those 15-second marks like this, it drops your stats back down and then immediately bumps them back up. So like you don't have to restore at all. And you lose very little DPS. Alright, he's going to be on range. I didn't do much damage while explaining that. I should just re-salt anyways. And we still get some range attacks on him. We'll have one more shadow to deal with. We know that the next spec is going to be like the orbs, so he can just stand still. So in a solo, he'll never use the detonate special attack, and he doesn't seem to ever use the same special attack twice in a row. So since he only has 2 specs to work with this solo, he just keeps alternating them. So we know when he switches his overheads and his attack styles next time, he's going to use the memory attack. I want to get that sip right at the 15-second mark. We'll do it now. He just switched anyway. Oh, shadow phase? Sweet. Let's see if I can get some extra attacks in here. Check from range. Put on your full range gear. Didn't have much time to think about that while doing memory attack too. But we got it. We got it. I do want to heal up a little, so I'm going to sip and sip again. I was a little bit higher health than I thought when I did that, not gonna lie. I think we'll be okay. Got to switch to range. My inventory's getting a little scrambled, but again, I think we'll be okay because we're getting close to a final phase here anyway. Melee gear back on. Bring the Dragon Dagger up a little bit closer. Protect from magic. Put on Piety. We're going to poke. Sidestep. Poke again. I'm going to get hit by one right there. That one. Ooh, I missed it. Nice. Nope, never mind. Idiot. I'm just going to poke double swipe this time. I don't mind tanking right now. Double swipe poke. We have a lot of health. And we're good to go. So we're still at decent health there. If I keep having to go back and forth, I was at 59 health. Probably next orb I sip at least one brew. And then like one brew sip per orb for a little bit until maybe I'm losing the battle in that front because I've taken too many orbs. That's when I start sipping and not paying any attention to fighting, but like sip brews and stepping out of the way of the orbs to catch up on health. You rarely should have to get to that point though. That's if you're stuck in that phase for like a few minutes. We take life here. We have a ridiculously good amount of potions right now. This is very convenient. We kind of have to hustle for the 40-minute timer. A 14-minute final boss shouldn't be too bad in this gear, but I'm not starting right now. Hold on. Let's get in there. I want to take out a Silk, an Ambrosia, Liquid Adrenaline. Go ahead and take a Scarab. I'm going to close this, open it up so that it's condensed a little bit. I'll put this other Scarab here. Tears of Validness, kind of alternate these a little bit. I think we're good to go on that. Let's see. I'm going to put my blowpipe on. I can't. Let's go ahead and put this Liquid Adrenaline away, but put it up front. Go ahead and squeeze this here. I'm going to tank this side so that we get Tumekken's Warden first and then Alidness' Warden in the Phase 3 life. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. I just wanna get in there. So begin. I want to set this up now. Let's shift, right click. I want to swap, left click, begin. Now if I'm not holding shift, just my left click is begin. That is convenient. So put on rigor. Let's go ahead and make. I'm salted for 4 minutes, so we should be good to go. Begin. Still right click there. It'll take a little bit getting used to. Hold on. Get a few hits in here, and then tap the Silk in between hits so that you don't actually slow down. And as we see the yellow lights come down, you can go a little early too, but as I see the yellow lights come down, let's go like here though. I went a little early like I said you could. I got anxious, dude. Just in between hits, run over here. And the Silk is going to make up for the energy orbs that are being thrown at us. Go ahead and step over here for the next yellow light. Envy's a little scrambled now that I think about it. I'm gonna get some sips in here. Missed an attack there, but we'll be okay. I want to sip these two so that it's easier to do. Let's go and put the shield on. Nah, I actually didn't want to do that, so I could just withdraw 2 supplies was the goal. Whatever. Protect from melee. Oh, I'm using the wrong range. I was using rigor on that. I'm such an ass. Whole video is ruined. You want me to tank a hit? I'll tank a hit. Chat, I'm sorry. I'll tank a hit. I know this doesn't actually make up for how much faster that. And then I tanked. It was a 0. Get the fuck out of here. We would have just tanked more damage during that phase is all that happens if I was using the worst prayer. And, that means I would have use more potions, and we have a lot of potions to go. So I think I'll be okay. But it's very much a habit to click on that one. At least I noticed this time. I'm certain that I could have done it again. Oh man, I bet there's a good chance during Akka I was doing it. I wasn't conscious about that at all. I'm gonna step through this. I wasn't conscious about that at all during Akka. Oh my goodness. All right, melee gear. Dagger. We sipped the adrenaline. Should be able to get 6 hits here. There's 2. Turn off that. 3, 4, 5, and a 6 coming in hot. We'll go Mage Gear right after. Did it only do one of the 2 swipes? I didn't quite notice. Anyways. I'm so upset about the whole... And I'm using... Well, Augury's not too bad. It's a little cheaper, but okay. It's not... It wasn't part of the 50 mil budget. Ooh, dude. I'm tanking out here, too. I'm talking too much shit. I'm usually better at that if I just... Better at this, excuse me, if I just sit here, focus, and don't talk about what I'm doing. But, right now we're playing a little bit of a Nightmare Simulator. We don't actually have to protect from melee while we're running from him. But we're just running away from the fan. Now run in, protect from melee. Oh, yeah. That looked like a mage attack, but it wasn't. And just when it isn't a melee swipe, switch to whatever the other option is, which looks like it's going to be range there. And weak to melee again. Should get 6 attacks in here. Here's 4. A 5. And a 6. Probably could have got a 7th there, eh? 8th? Oh yeah, wait, we're on the 2nd run. Probably could have like KO'd it, by the way. By the way, fellas, I've already downed it one time. I'm gonna take a couple hits while I explain what just happened there. And I thought this was the first down for some reason. Did you hear me say 6 on the first one, do 6 hits, and then say 6 on the second one? I am lost. I said it earlier in the video that part of the goal for videos like this is to show examples of the fact that you don't have to have some perfect, like, tick manipulated fucking 500 mode run every time to succeed at raids, even in budget gear. But that was weak. That was weak. Don't make that mistake, okay? Yeah, I also tanked that range hit there. I'm going to go ahead and tap that Silk. Very close to being able to hit him anyways. Or hit the core, I should say. Oh, yeah, he just went down. Let's see. We're going to be Dragon Crossbow Life here. Go ahead and take this off. I don't think it has positive range boost. Take out another potion. We are good to go on potions, though. And he should be attacking every 5 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah. I was like, am I right about that? So he's attacking at the same speed as my crossbow. So just stepping over and attacking. I'm not missing any attacks. He's missing all of them. We hit that hundo. And it makes it pretty easy. Keep stepping like almost early too. I gotta be careful. Go down here, switch to a melee weapon quick. So we can one tap these. Step back over and begin to range again. So that's what these are marked for, the skulls. Second set of skulls will start on this square. Third over here, fourth over here. Just got a hundo, 100, whatever the hell I'm trying to say, dude. I'm lost. Too much going on. There's a similar effect in this room as you speed up this fight. Oh, shoot. Melee weapon. I'm going to start on this side instead. Protect from range. Of course, when I started saying something, stuff started happening. Oops. I thought I missed that second one is why I went back for it. That was a weak run at it, but we're good to go. I don't even know what I was going to say anymore, dude. I'm lost. When you start to do the faster tiles in this room, going back to slower tiles kind of messes you up. Every 3 attacks, Akka's going to be switching. You can also kind of see an animation over there when it happens, but we don't have to pay that much attention to him. I'm going to re-salt. It's nice that when your salt runs out, it doesn't drain your stats. When you run out of an overload, you don't have the overloaded stats anymore. There's Akka switching. When your salt drains your stats, or when your salt ends, you just slowly drain like the 1 per minute, or 1 every 90 seconds even if you were using Preserve. So yeah, salts are pretty broken in a few ways. I'm going to tap this Silk Scarab because I don't have much prayer point. And Akka's switching right now, plus we're getting this, so we're going to switch melee weapon. Knock these out. Run up here. And we have Kefri to deal with. Oh, I went early AF. F, bro. Chill. All right, Akka just switched. Let's move over. Protect from range. Take some extra steps. There's a Kefri. We're going to be okay. I'm tapping up some brew life. Restore life. Hit and run life. We're good to go. Stats are boosted back up now. Akka just switched, and I am slow. I should have been taking extra steps between attacks in general. Would avoid that Kefri fireball. You don't have to react to it at all if you just like 1-2 before your attack every time. But here we are, you know, getting hit by it. Go over to spot 4. And we're good to go. I got my eyes on Akka right now. He did just do his animation where he switched. So we're almost in rage phase. I'm going to sip up some brew life a little bit. Eyes on Akka. He just switched. Should be final phase any second. There we go. So, like, diamond bolts right now would be kind of nice. Not going to lie. Wouldn't have hurt to have a diamond bolt switch. And I brought so many more potions in than I needed that would be a good idea. Your ratio of... Oh, dude. Akka's using range on me. Your ratio of potions and gear switches and stuff like that, it really depends on how much damage you're taking, how many mistakes you make or don't make. So, if you constantly are ending raids with potions left, like I'm about to end with potions left, I would definitely adjust this gear setup to bring, like, some ruby bolts with me. Depends on your budget, too. But, shoot, we were rocking 2 glove switches. They only added glove switch right now. This is alright. It's alright. Fan braces are so expensive. We have more gear setup videos coming in hot. I'm suddenly getting ahead of myself. I'm going to go ahead and Ambrosia right now. I don't really have to. I'm going to tank that lightning, too. But, little breathing room. So we got another Ambrosia sip anyway. See Akka switching. Oops. I'm definitely kind of treating my weapon right now like it's 4 ticks. I'm probably missing a decent amount of damage because of that. I'm not really paying a lot of attention to the fact that I'm using a crossbow. Akka just switched again. I'm going to go ahead and sip that other Ambrosia. 33 damage to go. Come on, dude. Oh, I have been not paying enough attention to Akka. So we're actually cutting it very close now. I'm going to start sipping some brews. JIC. Akka just switched. And he's gone. Sheesh! I should have been sipping brews a little earlier and paying more attention to Akka. I started just like watching how much health he had and really hoping that we were going to be done with the fight. And I got lazy last second. And it could have cost me. It could have cost me. We made it though, 36:48, so no problem on the 40-minute timer. Hopefully that gave some good examples for running some Raids 3. It was a 50 mil budget setup. We'll go ahead and give some potential spoilers for the PVM God episode. But the whole point of this video was to hopefully give you some examples for Raids 3. I have some full Raids 3 guides that are a little bit more in-depth on the info, but not as many full examples, I guess. Oh, why is it never a purple? JK, we've gotten a couple purples so far. Just not in this video. Maybe the pet or the jewel. You never know. No, we know. It was 103k. Not even the best loot on this one, but that's fine. You're really not looking for the best loot unless you see a purple light. I really hope that was a solid example for you guys on another full run Tombs of Amascut there. That was looking at about a 50 mil budget setup. Maybe a little over 50 mil because I kept turning this on and this on a little bit. But right about a 50 mil budget setup. If you have any questions in general about the raid at this point, just let me know in the comment section below. And I'll get back to you as soon as possible. That's going to wrap up this video, though, everybody. Thank you very much for watching this full Tombs of Amascut run. If you enjoyed the video or you just got some useful information out of it, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I do stream on Twitch, which should be linked on the screen and in the description. I'm also on Twitter and have a Discord, which are linked in the description. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and best of luck on your Tombs of Amascut grind.